Huo Yuanjia wielded a weapon known as the Kowtow sword, a single-handed sword that was very common in the late period of the last feudal dynasty. In Chinese history, the sword is named for its upwardly slanted blade, which resembles a cow's tail in English. This can be translated as, Huo Yuanjia wielded a weapon known as the Kowtow sword, a type of single-handed sword that was very common during the late period of the last feudal dynasty in Chinese history. The sword got its name because the blade slants upward, resembling a cow's tail. Qinyi wields a weapon known as the Nine-Ringed Broadsword. This sword is characterized by its thick blade and 9 iron rings on the back of the blade. These rings were originally designed for street performers to attract passers-by in ancient times. However, today, these rings have become a symbol of the identity of masters of Chongjin swordsmanship. Swinging the sword to test. Notice that Huo Yuanjia here is not using the blade to chop, but the body of the sword for a swordsman. Disarming an opponent's weapon is a very satisfying thing. Turning around and chopping with the sword. Blocking with the right hand. Parrying with the left. Suking carrying a sword on his back. Force-splitting Huoshan, that has started off extremely fiercely. Both of their weapons are single-edged, suitable for chopping, so their moves are very fierce when they clash. Qinyi's sword is tough and heavy. Huo Yuanjia originally wanted to move quickly with speed, but he didn't expect that Qinyi's speed was not inferior to his own. When wielding the sword with both hands, it turns out that Qinyi has been swinging his sword 500 times a day since he was 10 years old. Now, as the head of the Iron Sword sect, his speed and strength in swordsmanship have become famous throughout the martial arts world in Chongjin. This advantage directly allowed Qinyi to use his famous skill force-splitting Huoshan in the martial arts world. People often use force-splitting Huoshan to describe a move that strikes downward with great force. This move is simple but not easy, and few people can bring out its true power. However, this move for a splitting Huoshan indeed made Qinyi look at Huo Yuanjia's strength in a new light. Qinyi has been in charge of the Iron Sword sect for 30 years, and no one has been able to withstand his force. Just now, Huo Yuanjia has forced him to use his force moves. Huo Yuanjia, knowing that he was literally in a standing sword fight, changed his tactics. He used his smooth clamp leg trick to force Qinyi to fight him on the ground. Continuous Lateral Cleaves. Backward roll to stand. Qinyi wanted to get up, but of course Huo Yuanjia wouldn't let him. With a move called Whirlwind Tail Sweep, he directly attacked Qinyi's legs, forcing Qinyi to fall forward again into a ground fight. Once Qinyi was on the ground, he couldn't hold the sword with both hands, as one hand had to control his movement. This way, Huo Yuanjia's lighter sword could be faster than Qinyi's.